The draft that changed the league forever, in a draft that featured one of the best snipers still doing it in Kyle Korver, NBA journeymen like Nick Collison and Kurt Heinrich, and NBA champions like Boris Diaw, David West, and Kendrick Perkins. The 2003 NBA draft class might be known as the best class of all time, and for sure the most impactful class in the last 10 years. Once you get past the amount of busts that were present in this class like Chris Kaman, TJ Ford, Mike Sweetney, and Darko Millicic, just to name a few, you can really appreciate the star power in this class. Let's revisit this class and rank the top 5 careers that came from it. Now let's start with the first guy I mentioned in the video, Kyle Korver. He's 4th all-time in three-pointers made, only behind Ray Allen, Reggie Miller, and Jason Terry. He's 6th all-time in three-point percentage. No matter what team Korver has played for, you're pretty much guaranteed 8 to 11 points per game, and he's as reliable a three-point shooter we've ever seen. We'll hold him at the number 5 spot on this list. Chris Bosh at 4 on this list, and probably would have been 3 if not for injury to Chris Bosh. Right, Bosh's career has been characterized as simply a guy that will do anything for the team. In his 13 seasons in the league, he's a career 19 points and 8.5 rebounds per game. Those numbers are even with him missing the last 2 seasons due to blood clots. With his career probably over, he's likely not a first ballot Hall of Famer, but eventually he'll get in. The biggest stat in his career is the number 3. Bosh played the first 7 years of his career in Toronto and then made the decision heard around the world to team up with LeBron James and join Dwyane Wade and the Miami Heat. The decision is what took Bosh from just a really good player that would have been an afterthought to now playing with arguably the most popular player of all time and on one of the most hated teams of all time. That team made it to 4 consecutive finals, winning back-to-back championships in the middle of those 4 years. Bosh at 4. I have Carmelo Anthony at number 3. In any other draft class, Melo might be revered as one of the best scorers and toughest guys to defend this league has ever seen. For his career, he's almost at 25 a game, only behind Dirk Nowitzki and LeBron James for active players' career points per game. He's been All-NBA 6 times and NBA All-Star 10, but though all those stats are amazing and we should praise him, I'm pretty sure Melo traded all them in for one much more important stat: winning. He's made over $205 million on the court, but only 1 conference finals appearance to show for it. I personally consider Carmelo one of the best talents I've ever seen that was simply unwilling to buy into the team concept. Talk about irony. Melo's peers in this draft class joined together to win. All individually had their own teams, but put it to the side to win. Melo's unwillingness to listen to LeBron, who reportedly advised him not to sign an extension with Denver back in 2007, pushed his free agency year back, which left him off the market when the rest of the big names in his class all had the ability to join forces. Though Melo's career has been plagued without winning on the NBA level, he has won everywhere else. A championship during his 1 year at Syracuse, including a remarkable tournament run that included being named the Finals 4 Most Outstanding Player. He's won 4 medals, a part of the U.S. national team, including 3 gold medals in 2008, 2012, and of course 2016. He's clutched down the stretch of games. Many believe he's the most lethal down the stretch. Also, Melo has had much respect off the court for his incredible business investments, which all helps comfortably land him at number 3 on this list. Dwyane Wade, another member of the Banana Boat crew. What more can you say about his game? Though Dwyane Wade was ineligible during his first season at Marquette, his second and third seasons were nothing short of spectacular. This helped land him to Miami with the number 5 pick in the draft, though this seems considerably low now, especially being drafted behind a guy named Darko Millicic. I think the kid from the mean streets of Chicago, who dealt with the mama in and out of jail, will take how things ended up for him. We could go on and on about how D-Wade led the league in points per game in 2008 at 30 a game and did it without a reliable three-point shot, how he's one of the most efficient players of all time, one of the league's most slept-on defenders at the 2, even though he's a couple inches undersized, 5th of all active players in steals, and one of the best shot blockers in his prime. But truth be told, he was a legend after his 2006 playoff run. Yes, kids, this happened. D-Wade led a deteriorating Shaq and the Miami Heat to 4 straight wins in the finals, averaging almost 35 points per game and shooting 97 free throws in the series. As a matter of fact, Wade shot 21 of 25 free throws in a classic Game 5 to give his team a 3-2 lead. He never needed to win with LeBron James or Chris Bosh. He proved he could do it as the clear-cut catalyst of a basketball team. But by the way, he did do it with Bron and Bosh. Though we always discuss how the summer of 2010 changed the landscape of the league, we don't discuss how unselfish Dwyane Wade had to be to not only allow one All-Star to join his team, but also maybe one of the 5 greatest players of all time after falling short in the NBA Finals to what many believe was clearly a lesser talent Dallas Mavericks team led by Dirk. The 3 All-Stars entered the 2011 season with a decision to make, and D-Wade made it easy. LeBron is the star of the team. I will step back to the number 2 role on this team to help us win. A man who has over 5,000 career assists will never have one bigger than making that decision. That decision led to 2 straight NBA championships and what many believe was one of the most dominant eras by 2 NBA All-Stars. D-Wade is the second in this class. At number 1, LeBron James. If we discuss this man as maybe being the best of all time, he obviously has to be the best of this class. Do you want me to start on the court or off the court? Well, off the court, LeBron has maybe become the biggest brand the NBA has ever seen, and by the year 2021, the James Foundation will provide possibly 2,000 full scholarships to the University of Akron for students who participate in the James I Promise program and meets testing, education, attendance, and community service criteria. James also has a new public school opening in fall of 2018. It will start with 3rd and 4th grades and expand to 1st and 2nd by fall 2020. And by 2022, the school will open to students in grades 1 through 8. James called it the accomplishment he's most proud of. James has a lifetime deal with Nike that will reach over $1 billion one day, deals with Coca-Cola, Beats by Dre, and Kia Motors. Also, he has his own production company. The point I'm trying to make is that the brother has done his part off the court to show these guys that they're brands and should be respected as such. He's also the real first top-tier player to embrace player mobility as he took his talents to South Beach and joined the Miami Heat. Not so he's the number 1 guy in this class yet. Let's talk about the things James has done on the court. He'll finish his career top 10 all-time in assists, top 75 all-time in rebounds, and depending on how long he wants to play, he has the potential to be the number 2 all-time scorer behind Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. The 4-time regular season MVP, 3-time finals MVP, 13-time All-Star, 13-time All-NBA, has also never missed significant time due to an injury. There's no other consensus top 25 player to never have an injury worth noting. The biggest critique to his legacy was the fact that he decided to announce his decision to leave Cleveland on national television without informing the organization. Oh, what a terrible guy. He had the audacity to donate all the proceeds to the Boys and Girls Club. Wow, what a bad guy. Since his rookie year in the league, he's never averaged anything under 25. He's made the finals over half the years he's been in the league, including the last 7 years, meaning pretty much in the last decade. If LeBron James has been on your team, you're guaranteed to compete for a championship. In the last calendar year, he's averaged a triple-double in the finals. Still with the ability to score at an elite level, he scored 57 in a regular season game this season and managed to save 4 cats who were stuck in a tree after a fire burned down their home. All right, I'm just making that up. He's the most durable, health-driven athlete this league has ever seen, and clearly the right selection 15 years ago at number 1 pick. On the next episode of my sports series with the Pharaohs. All right, we are close. We are close to the passing of the torch if it already didn't happen in Game 3 of the NBA Finals. Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Durant is close to passing LeBron James as the best player in the world.